Let's make my favorite appetizer at the moment. It's super simple, super versatile, and everyone is going to love it. I don't know what this is called, but basically it's bread topped with a bunch of yummy stuff. So some people call it crostini or bruschetta, but I'm just calling it delicious. You're gonna love this. It's one of my favorite appetizers. Every time I put this out, I put the plate out and it's gone within 5 seconds. It is so yummy and so easy and so versatile. You can change this up to whatever you like. It's just something I one day had in the fridge and made it up, and it's just been the standard ever since. Everyone really loves it. So you want some sourdough bread like this. You just cut it into about 1/2-inch pieces like this. I have some mortadella. If you don't know what mortadella is, it is the most delicious meat product by far of the Italian meats, I think. It's smoky, it's just like, it's the most decadent, delicious thing in the world. You could do prosciutto if you like, or just regular ham with this, but mortadella makes it something special. It has that kind of garlicky bite to it. It's delicious. I have some pesto here, traditional Genovese pesto. It's just basil, pine nuts, garlic, olive oil, and Parmesan cheese. I have some fresh ricotta cheese here, broccoli rabe that I sauteed with just a little garlic and oil, and some red pepper flakes. I have some hot honey and some garlic cloves we're gonna grate onto the bread to make it nice and garlicky, and some olive oil to toast that in, and then some pistachios to top it with. We're gonna bang those out in just a second. But to get started, all you really need to do for cooking wise, you have to grill this bread up. So I'm gonna get my pan started with some olive oil and just toast this on both sides. So you can toast your bread however you want. I like to do it on the stove top with some olive oil, just to make it so much more decadent, but you can definitely brush it with some olive oil and throw it in the oven. But I'm gonna put mine on the stove today with some olive oil to make it extra fattening. And like I always say, you always trust a fat person when it comes to food, okay? So just warm your pan up. I'll put a nice layer of olive oil down and let that start to sizzle. Now, cool. Don't overcrowd your pan. That's what they always say. While we let our bread toast up, let's bang out some pistachios. Now I have some built up aggression from middle school that I'd like to get out right now. Anything you want to challenge, just, play along. You can use anything really, a bottom of a pot, your husband's skull, anything you have. I'm gonna use this plate and just gonna bang it out. I want it to be nice, not powdery, but I want it to be chunky and crispy because I want to top everything with these nuts here. These nuts. Now I've banged things like this with bags in little bags before, but never a pistachio. That's good. We don't want to obliterate them. Let's check on it, but I smell it getting nice and toasty. Oh, she's ready to flip. Beautiful. Oh my God, look at that beauty shot. One more minute. One more olive oil. Okay, now this is very important. When the bread is still hot, you got to do this next step. Take a garlic clove, go up and down on the bread here, and grate the garlic right into the bread. It's going to cook it slightly because it's so hot, and just take that kind of raw bite off of it. I do it on both sides because you only live once. And if there's vampires in the house. Now we are ready to assemble. Let these come to room temperature. You don't want them so super hot. If you pile on the ricotta cheese and all that stuff, it's just gonna melt and slide everywhere. Okay, first and foremost, you wanna take your ricotta cheese. Now I would spend a little extra money on this. Don't get something, if you get a cheap ricotta cheese, it's gonna be grainy and it's not gonna be the vibe. The thing about this is it is few ingredients, but actually it's a lot of ingredients. This is a lot of money. This is gonna cost you an arm and a leg. You're gonna go bankrupt. So I put a little dollop of that on there and just do a nice even layer. Martha Stewart could never. Okay, now mortadella. When you get this in the deli, you make sure it gets sliced really thin because you want little velvety ribbons, and you just kind of wiggle them together. Top with your heart. You don't want it too big because this is a handheld appetizer. You don't want people being gavones in your house looking like slob kebabs, and especially on the top of your white couch. We can't have that, mama. Next, pesto. This is just regular Genovese pesto. You're just gonna stud this, to say in the biz, all around the crostini. And get creative here. Paint by number. Some broccoli rabe. This is the wild card. I just had this, but this really made the dish. Everyone was like, oh my God, how'd you think of that? I was like, well, I had nothing else in the fucking fridge. They call it rapini. It's a little bitter, but a little sweet. It's just yummy. And there's garlic in here, so I sauteed this with garlic and olive oil. How cute already. This looks like a map. Maybe if you're on ayahuasca or on some kind of magic mushroom. Now, hot honey. I have a honeycomb that I got. I registered. Oh, it's happening already. She's pre-jizzing. This is what happens when young gentlemen get around me. They start getting excited. Drizzle that hot honey. And now we're gonna top with our pistachio, and it's gonna stick to the honey. Oh my God, you guys. This looks incredible. Maybe a little flaky salt. These look insane. Everyone is salivating in their room. I have to get these cut up. I'm gonna put them on a tray. So I just like to cut these on an angle like this. You probably cut it into fours, but I like to, share the wealth. Stop it. Look how fucking cute. Let's give it a taste. Oh my God. unbelievable. Just a happy mistake. It was already I had in the fridge that day and turned out delicious. If you have mortadella, use mortadella. If you have prosciutto, if you have turkey slices, whatever you have, make it happen and impress your guests. This is definitely Kiki Cuisine approved.